They will start by saying, oh, we're just going after anti-Semites. Who's an anti-Semite? Anyone we've decided is an anti-Semite is an anti-Semite. Anyone who's ever said anything about Israel is an anti-Semite. But they won't stop there. This will be the new McCarthyist trials. That is what they're gearing up for. And anyone who doesn't recognize that, even if they're pro-Israel, anyone who doesn't fucking recognize that is an absolute moron. Okay? That is so crazy. Trump had me doing Gestapo shit for a foreign country. How cuck can you get? OMG. I don't think it's just for a foreign country. It is being implemented at the behest of a foreign country right now. But I think the purpose of this is more nefarious than what you think is going on. This isn't just Donald Trump being cucked to Israel. This is what is otherwise known as a trial balloon. Okay? They're trying to see what they can get away with. There are already plenty of homegrown institutions that have spent a good deal of time and capital on persecuting and maybe even simultaneously prosecuting people that have ever spoken out against Israel. Trump is just simply using this existing network of otherwise liberal-oriented organizations. That's it. But if you think the goal is to simply silence just pro-Palestinian speech and never move the existing framework to whoever is against the Trump administration or against the growing fascist movement in this country, you are wrong. The same exact trial balloon principle was utilized when in the lame duck proceedings in the last Senate session, in the last Congress session, the Democrats, alongside Republicans, voted for a bill that would give the Trump administration's Department of Treasury, powers to declare any 501c3 that they wish to do so a terrorist organization and remove their 501c3 status, their philanthropy status. If your 501c3 status is removed, you can no longer get donations because they're no longer tax-deductible donations. It will greatly limit the amount of fundraising you can engage in. And the Democrats, because of their insane pro-Israel attitude, without any care or consideration as to how the Trump administration was signaling they would use this expansive power against advocacy groups, turned around and voted for it. The 501c3 killer bill. Why did they do that initially? They did it because they thought, oh, they'll go after all the pro-Palestinian groups. And because the Democratic Party loves the state of Israel, they didn't even think about the other repercussions that might come out of this, especially if this awesome power is given to the likes of Donald Trump. They didn't realize that it was go after Act Blue, for example. No, they didn't think about it, I promise, which is why they went back and, with public pressure, refused to vote on it, even after they had initially voted in favor of it. That is how, that to me is a really great demonstration of the nearsighted, idiotic nature of the Democratic Party, especially in the House of Representatives. That also, I think, shows perfectly how Trump will and the Republicans will utilize pre-existing preset organizations and liberals entertaining the notion of like attacking pro-Palestinian groups in a way to get even more power. Okay? That's it. They will start by saying, oh, we're just going after anti-Semites. Who's an anti-Semite? Anyone we've decided is an anti-Semite is an anti-Semite. Anyone who's ever said anything about Israel is an anti-Semite. But they won't stop there. This will be the new McCarthyist trials. That is what they're gearing up for. And anyone who doesn't recognize that, even if they're pro-Israel, anyone who doesn't fucking recognize that is an absolute moron. Okay? Especially American Jews. If you're an American Jew and you support the state of Israel so much so that you are celebrating decisions like this from the Trump administration, I'm letting you know, maybe in the interim, it'll be people like Mahmoud Khalil that get deported or get falsely prosecuted and persecuted and will face severe criminal repercussions unjustly. Maybe the next step will be people like myself, Twitch streamers that you don't like, okay? But if you think that you are fucking safe, you're the dumbest person on the planet, okay? You are the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I cannot even begin to explain this to you. You are so fucking stupid if you think as a Zionist Jew in the United States of America that eventually these exact same institutions and the exact same abuse of law that you are currently championing will not fucking come around and first arrest, apprehend, and prosecute your immediate relatives for the crime of being anti-Zionist, and then you for the crime of being Jewish. You're a fucking moron. Okay? That's it. This has nothing to do with actually defending the Israeli state, and everything to do with everything to do with creating a network to apprehend and persecute people for demonstrating speech you don't like. Jesus Christ. It'll be far too late at that point, too. God damn, dude. Holy shit.